works. There we are. Grrrr. Greetings, humans. Greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. That's right, Bear here, 29-year veteran of the woods. Wouldn't have it any other way, people. I hope you're enjoying a great Saturday out there. Bear is as well. I tell you what, having a fur coat the middle of the summer, it just doesn't work out sometimes. But you know what? Bear makes do. He'll go out there when he's trying to find some fish. He'll jump in the river there and kind of cool off. I hope many of you are cool as well out there. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, I tell you what, people. We go from that to sometimes you gotta think. You gotta think about your own mortality out there. How might you go out one of these days? It's something that Bear kind of keeps in the back of his brain there. Could be hunters out there, kind of like took out old poor mom. It could be, he's there in the river trying to find some fish, and just slips and falls, and or it could be, maybe some bad garbage out there that you get ingested, and just goes downhill from there, or if maybe you might be lucky enough, you might be able to go out in the way that some people in Pennsylvania went out. Let me get right back to it. Oh gosh darn it! Come on, Beer. One of these days, it will be a professional show. Yes, indeed. Well, if you're gonna go out, you might as well go out this way. Two people. They didn't go out, by the way. Two people were stuck in a tank of chocolate in central Pennsylvania M&M factory. Yes, indeed. This is actually from Penn News. Penn Live, actually. Penn Live. Patriot News. Patriots. Yes, indeed. It says a rescue mission is underway at the Elizabethtown M&M and Mars factory, where two people fell into a tank of chocolate and were unable to get out. I'm sure they took the long way out there. Lancaster County Dispatch said that two people fell into a tank around 1:51 p.m. at the Mars factory on the 200 block of Brown Street. I guess if you're going to have chocolate, you might as well be on Brown Street. The people in the tank were not hurt, but they could not get out on their own, dispatchers said. I'm sure their tummies were full. The chocolate is believed to be about waist high, according to the dispatch. Elizabethtown firefighters are still on the scene as of 2:30, probably with some large buckets there. Oh, that was it. They have been rescued. So it's okay. They're alright and everything, but I tell you what, if you had a way to go out, I would assume drowning in a vat of chocolate might not be the worst way to go out. I suppose if you had to choose out there. Yes, indeed. So very interesting with that. We move on. We move on to other life-threatening situations out there. We have a race. Believe it or not, people. We actually have a race going on this weekend from Le Mans over there in France. Francais! Yes, indeed. A driver was banned from Le Mans after a string of quote-unquote incidents. Yes, indeed. From Speed Cafe. And, let's see, how do you pronounce his name? Slade Perrins. Yes, indeed. Good old Slade out there. A driver has been banned from competing in the remainder of this year's 24 Hours of Le Mans after three, not only one, not two, but trace separate crashes. Philippe Clemondo, a bronze-rated 62-year-old. Come on, Grandpa. Let's move it along here. Probably had his turn signal on the entire time. Has been prohibited from taking any further part in the event for, quote, the safety of himself and other competitors. Le Mans debutante Clemondo was entered in the LMP2 class for the TDS Racing, sharing with the number 13 two other people out there. Following a string of incidents in practice and qualifying, the decision was made upon the recommendation of race director Eduardo Ferretes. The most recent of these incidents spun into the barriers in practice 3, leaving the car with significant damage, with the team reverting to a spare chassis. Clemondo explained to the stewards his accidents were, quote, momentary lapses, and does have the right to appeal the decision. It's not yet known whether TDS Racing will source a replacement driver for the unlucky number 13. There we go. So, I'm sure that'll buff out. Just put a little bit of, just a little bit of Bondo on there and a little bit of elbow grease, and it should buff out. I think it'll be fine out there. Yes, indeed. All right, let's go on. Moving on, relentlessly out there, people, because we actually have. Let me get to it here. It would help if I actually had that up, because otherwise it's kind of silly to say, "Hey, I've got something," and then you don't have anything. It's kind of the thing there. All right, let me get to it because there we go. There we are. Actually, from another bear out there, the Art T-Bear. Yes, indeed. He has some summer fun news. Hello, everyone. Hello, Art. Pamela and I hope that you are all having a great summer so far. Well, again, it is hot. Bear has a fur coat. They just don't mix. Thought we'd give you a new update on the Black and White Volume Dose campaign. Yes, indeed. We have received our Inco and Black and White die-cut stickers. Actually, let me get to that here. There we go. There's the stickers. We have received our Inco and Black and White die-cut stickers, and they look amazing. Yes, they do. Just take a gander, okay, Grandpa, at the images below. Yes, indeed. So there we are. Some very cool stuff there. Of course, you always got to enjoy the Black and White, but actually, the Inco, what does he call him? Is it Inco? I thought that there was a different name to the guy. Anyways, the Inco stickers, very cool. I like that. Very much there. Yes, indeed. And he's also has, if you can find it here, a number of embroidered patches. So we've received our Black and White embroidered patches. We can't wait to see those bad boys on jackets and backpacks. Yes, indeed. If you've got a motorcycle jacket, you can slap one on there when you're riding the hog. Yes, indeed. He goes on, keep sending in your fan drawings for the fan art trading cards. And that's pretty good. That's a really good idea. I kind of like that. I enjoy each and every drawing that I receive. It means so much to see the talent that is out there in the world. Bear, the whole opposable thumb thing. It's a little hard for Bear to draw. As you fan artists are finding out, putting the images from one's head to a piece of paper is no small feat. Yeah, I mean, you gotta kind of saw it out there. Keep them coming. Also, I want to show you guys, in fact, let me pull it up here. Let's see. I wanted to show you guys a work-in-progress piece of artwork for Black and White, volume number 2, that I am pretty proud of. And I hope you all like it too. I believe it is a feast for the eyeballs. Let me know what you think. I think it is very, a bear could say things here, but it is very hard for Bear to bite his tongue, but he's going to try his best here and just bite his tongue. Yes, indeed. So, let me, what did I just do? Oh, for crying out loud. There we go. Anyway, so, very, very interesting art piece there from the great one out there, the RT Bear. Yes, indeed. All right, actually, we have another, I kind of was going to do a kind of a campaign. Sometimes we do the campaign reviews out there, but unfortunately, I didn't know it at the time here, but it is not quite out just yet. But we got talked, let's see, Fly Fox Pro out there, I believe, is doing the lettering for a comic called PsychoTron out there. So, not quite out just yet, but very interesting. PsychoTron. Let's take a look here. Not very much here, but PsychoTron, 20 years after the last Great War, an out-of-date cyborg fights to stay alive in a harsh, dystopian future. Is there any other future? If you like metal, ninjas, and big guns, well, not Bear, this comic is for you. Yes, indeed. Let's see, it's a completely finished, full color, just 24 pages, that's alright, comic. 24 pages of mega awesome butt-kicking action, as it were. The book will be completely finished rather, before launch. I'm not so sure about some of that stuff. I don't mind if it's, especially if it's a short. I don't mean to say that it's a sort of less than or anything like that. 24 pages is fine, but usually it's, what is it, 48 or something like that. So a thinner book, I guess I should say. I don't mind if it's if you're only on page 15 or 20 or something like that. Go ahead, it's fine. Go ahead and launch it. Kind of ride the wave a little bit there, and maybe make some episodes there where you're kind of finishing up the drawing or something like that. So it's fine. You don't need to have it completely finished before you put it out there. Beer understands that there's a process there, but kind of like Cyberfrog, you don't want to wait it like a year and a half over it's supposed to be coming out. So there we go. There is a promo video we'll check out in just a second. 50-page deluxe edition there with a holographic cover. Very cool. Extra shorts and art for everyone who backs the deluxe edition. So there you go. So you can sign up. It didn't say when it was supposed to come out. So soon. Just keep your eyes and ears out for all of that. So let's go ahead and see if this will work here for us, people. Let's see if it'll work here. Of course, it would help if I didn't full screen it, but, well, we'll see if it works here. I hope it works. And I don't know if the audio is coming through, but some rocking metal there. Yes, indeed. I kind of like the sort of like a VCR grading on there with, it's got the lines and stuff like that. I think they should leave maybe some of the art on there for a little bit longer. Like this one there, just a little bit longer so people kind of get an idea what it's all about there. But there you go, PsychoTron. PsychoTron, yes indeed. Okay, I don't want to do, what is this? Girl, I don't have any idea, people. Bear doesn't want to get something that he doesn't have there. All right, so there we go. PsychoTron, very interesting, from Fly Fox, who's doing the lettering on this campaign. So go ahead, check it out, people. Looks pretty interesting here. Yes, indeed. All right, let me find where I was going here, people. 1 second. 1 second here. Oh, actually, it's kind of a minor thing here. Let me go back to it. But if anybody's out there and kind of enjoys some of that stuff, Dragon Age, the video game out there, Dragon Age, Absolution, animated series is confirmed at Netflix, and it sets a premiere date. So if you've got the Netflix out there, they're probably trying everything that they can to bring in, or at least keep, probably should say keep their audience where they don't keep losing them. So there we go. Oh my gosh, I'm losing frames here, people. I apologize there. All right, let's see. Let's go on. It says, after speculation among gamers that a Dragon Age series was in the works at Netflix, the streamer has confirmed Dragon Age Absolution, an animated series based on the popular BioWare. That's right, BioWare video game franchise will appear in December. We're also getting a first look at the series in the trailer of... Oh, for freak's sake, I forgot to do the trailer. We'll do that the next time, people. Netflix and BioWare announced the series Friday during the streamers' Geeked Week event. I hope nobody was attacked on stage with a what was it? What did they get Chappelle with? It was a gun. It was a fake gun, but it was a knife. It was like a knife, but you pulled the trigger and the knife came out of the gun or something. It was kind of weird. Those people, I tell you, weird. Created in collaboration with BioWare, Dragon Age Absolution is set in a Tentiver and features an ensemble of new characters inspired. So it's not the real characters there. Inspired by Dragon Age lore, including elves, mages, knights, Canary, Red Templars, demons, and other special surprises. There better be some bears in there. Additional details are to be announced. Let's see. Since debuting in 2009, the award-winning video game franchise has brought players into the world of us with rich stories, unforgettable characters, and beautiful and deadly locales to discover. That's neat. Much like the woods out there for bear. The next upcoming Dragon Age game, Dragon Age Dreadwolf, will feature single-player focused experience that further builds on the adventure. So there we go, people. There we are. If you're into the whole dragon, what was it? Dragon Age, people. It's kind of weird because Beer played the what's the space game there? Mass Effect. The Mass Effect game. Very cool, very interesting. Never got into the Dragon Age, though, but I know a lot of people out there do enjoy it, so there you go. There you are, people. Why am I dropping frames, for crying out loud? I tell you what, people, one of these days. All right, well, let's go ahead. Actually kind of got a sort of interesting thing here. We all remember our good friend out there. Let me find it. Our good friend Nina. Oh, Nina out there. And we thought it was finally banished. Oh, we got rid of every... Nope. It keeps... I tell you what, people, it keeps clawing its way back here. We actually have kind of a side thing. It was kind of interesting here that Bear was discovering here. But let's go ahead and get right on into it here because... Let me take this out here. 1 second. There we are. There we are. Came across something here. Try and expand it so we can read it here. This is coming from a whistleblower from the Department of Homeland Security out there. And of course, Bear gets 0 frames just as soon as he starts talking about that. I know what's going on out there, people. Anyways, kind of an interesting thing. We were talking a little bit about not only what they were calling the Disinformation Governance Board out there, but at the same time, the whole Twitter situation with Elon Musk was going on. So, kind of 2 threads that we have kind of joined together here, kind of a little bit more of a insight of what's going on. So this was happening a little bit before the Disinformation Governance Board out there got taken, well, I won't want to say taken down, but they kind of scaled it back a little bit. Let Nina go, unfortunately, there. Go back to dancing or whatever. And kind of closed up shop a little bit. But this kind of has a little peek behind the curtain here of kind of what was going on with what they were doing, especially here with Twitter. So here you have it was a memo for a meeting that they were going to do between the Disinformation Governance Board people and Twitter, people over there at Twitter. So it's kind of interesting what they were going to be doing. So let's go ahead and get into it here. It says overview. We will take a drink here, I tell you. Yes, indeed. All right, it says overview. And so it's telling these people here that they're going to be meeting in person with Twitter executives, Nick Pickles. Hi, my name is Nick. Nick Pickles. Yes, indeed. I'm sorry, Nick. I bet you he was picked on in school there. Nick Pickles, the head of the head of policy, and Yoel Rolf, head of site integrity. They're going to be meeting for XX minutes on a public-private partnership. MDM, which is misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation, if Bear recalls. Encountering DVE, I believe that is domestic. Is it domestic violent extremist? Something close to that. The meeting is off record and closed press. Well, we got your memo here right now, people. You have previously met with Jessica Herrera Flanagan, Twitter's Vice President of Public Policy and Philanthropy, whatever, for the Americas. Let's see, it's hard to read this. Please note any other main external participants who will be joining the principal, i.e. co-speakers on the panel, and you'll be staffed by, it's redacted. Oh, gosh darn it. The key objectives of this meeting is an opportunity to discuss operational public-private partnerships between DHS and Twitter, as well as inform Twitter executives about DHS work on MDM, including the creation of the Disinformation Governance Board and its analytic exchange for the department's ongoing DVE work. So basically, the key objective was to let Twitter know what they need to be doing there, what the government wanted Twitter to do. Now there is a description for that type of thing, but we will move on. I'm moving on. A very short meeting here. Very short meeting here. What? 45 minutes at the very most here. Let's see. Tech check prior to meeting. I'm sure getting rid of all your cell phones so nobody can record the conversation. And then the event concludes. So there's not really much of a meeting. It sounds like it's more you're going to be told what you're going to be doing and just nod along. The background, Nick Pickles and Yoel both know DGB Executive Director, the great Nina out there. They will propose that Twitter become involved. Yeah, we would like you to become involved. No. You're not going to propose. You are going to. It's kind of like proposing at the end of the gun there. You have an option there, but there's really only one option that you're going to be taking. Twitter become involved in the Disinformation Governance Board analytics exchange on, yes, there we go, domestic violent extremism and irregular, migration. So, basically, they're going to be having YouTube do all that stuff. And they can come out and they can, this is why when the press secretary came out and Bear says, no, you're a complete liar when you're saying, the government's not going to be doing censoring any information. We're not going to be doing. No, you specifically aren't going to be doing it. There's not like a meeting room that you're going to be doing that in the Department of Homeland Security. You're going to propose that to Twitter. So Twitter will be doing that. So you can keep your hands nice and clean. We're not doing this at all. There is a word for that. It slips Bear's mind here. And of course, you're going to thank Twitter for its continued participation in the CISA Analytics Exchange on election security. There you go. Because if you didn't thank them, maybe you might come down with the regulatory hammer there. So you have the carrot and the stick there. Kind of very interesting. And of course, you're going to ask what types of data or information would be useful for Twitter to receive in analytic exchange, or other ways the department could be helpful to Twitter's counter-MDM efforts. Well, I wonder what kind of information the government might be providing to Twitter. That might be something to check out there. Yes, indeed. So, it shows the participants and all that sorts of stuff. So, a very interesting memo there between Twitter and everything. I say all this stuff. I don't mean to bore people. I know some people just, okay, what's the point? What does this have to do? Come on, Beer. Come on, man. What does this have to do with like, for example, comic books? What are we doing with all this sorts of stuff? Well, people, I tell you what. Let me get right to it here because no, not that. Did you people know that? Nope, that's not it. There we go. That is it. There we go. Did you actually know that the good friends over there at the Cybersecurity Infrastructure and Security Agency actually have a comic book series? Yes, it's true. I know people are completely flabbergasted at that, but that's all right. Two different ones here. They call them the Resilient series of graphic novels there. Disinformation is an existential threat to the United States. Well, we went in and went through the memo from CISA there. Gotta watch that. Basically trying to say what disinformation they were talking about. We only got basically that there were coyotes coming across the border that were saying, either where there was water where there wasn't, or just trying to bring people across the border, and a little bit of disinformation there. Or the other example that they gave was way back during what they call Superstorm Sandy, basically trying to get your FEMA federal loan out there. So trying to say that it is a existential threat to the United States is A bit of a stretch. Well, let me put it this way: they haven't made any examples available for anybody to check them out on that. Our democratic way of life and the critical infrastructure and functions on which it relies. The CISA's a resilient series of which Real Fake, its first graphic novel, communicates the dangers and risks associated with dis and malinformation through a fictional series of stories that are inspired by real world. Which ones? Please list them. I would love to know. CISA encourages everyone to use care when consuming information they receive or coming across, even from bears. Yes, indeed. Practicing media literacy, including verifying sources. Well, that's why we're here. Seeking alternative viewpoints. Oh, but I don't think you people want that. And finding trusted sources of information, much like Bear, is the most effective strategy in limiting the effect of disinformation. The Resilient series highlights the importance of evaluating information sources to help individuals understand the risks from foreign influence on our society and democracy. Yes, actually, so they actually have. Let me find it here, people. 1 second. Let me bring it up for you people. Which one is this? Real Fake? Let's bring up the real. They actually have a trailer for it. Let me get to it here, people. Let me see if we can do it here. Hopefully this will work. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, so this is, they actually have a whole trailer and all that sort of stuff. So, there we go. I don't know if the audio is coming across there, but I tell you what, it doesn't look very good at all. I mean, Bear hates to, kind of critique artwork, especially when he's not the greatest artist in the world. But I tell you what, they could have brought in a bunch of Comicsgate people and would have done a whole lot better with this. A whole lot better with it, I tell you what. So, a Real Fake? I tell you what, people, your tax dollars at work here. Tax dollars at work with Real Fake, a graphic novel from the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. Yes, indeed. That doesn't look ominous at all. Not at all. All right, let me cancel that. Get out of that. Because they actually have. Let me get it here. Let me get it here 1 second, people. Because they actually have another one here. Let me find it here. A graphic novel called Bug Bites. Anybody ever heard of Bug Bites before? No, not really. Let's see. The second in the series, Bug Bites demonstrates how threat actors, I suppose, as not. I wonder if what's his face? Is it Alec Baldwin? I wonder if Alec Baldwin is a threat actor out there, especially when he's handling weapons. Use social media and other communication platforms to spread inaccurate information. How dare they? For the sole purpose of planting doubt in the minds of targeted audience to steer their opinion. Oh, how dare they? Readers follow protagonist Ava, a graduate who uses her wits and journalism skills. What skills would those be? What skills would those journalism skills be? To uncover a disinformation campaign set to damage fifth generation 5G, oh my goodness, critical communications infrastructure in the United States. So we all know that, of course, 5G causes the Woo flu out there. Yes, indeed. Well, there goes Beer's channel. I tell you what. Anyway, so that's fine. Let me find the. There was actually a trailer for that one as well. So let's go ahead. Let me find it here. Bring it up. Where is it? Of course, Beer gets zero bars right as soon as he starts to do this stuff. Of course, that's how it happens, people. That's how it happens. They just don't want you to know. They don't want you to know what Bear knows. Yes, indeed. So there they are. They're trying to take down. This one's actually a little bit better. It looks a little bit better. I mean, not great, but that's not bad. Oh, I'm crying. Now I'm angry. Grrrr. Uh-oh. Look out now. Look out now. Actually, Bear wrote a script sometime a while back with kind of the hacking is the theme. I tell you what, people, it's really hard to kind of set a theme or set a scene where you have somebody typing on a computer for an extended period of time. It's kind of boring. not a whole lot there, oh, let me see them hacking into the thing. Yeah, it's just a bunch of typing on a computer. It's not very exciting there. But I'm sure the Cybersecurity Infrastructure Security Agency can make that happen, people. With Bug Bites, a graphic novel from the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. Yes, indeed. So there you go. There is. If you don't find any really good Indiegogo novels out there, you can go ahead and check out the crazy stuff there from the Cybersecurity Infrastructure whatever agency. There you go. So there you are. You probably never knew that that the Department of Homeland Security had their own comic series, but you learn something new every day. Yes, indeed, just from beer. I tell you what, people. All right, well, I don't have any chats. I probably blew everybody's mind with Bear's brilliance and genius out here, just exposing all this stuff out there. But yes, indeed, we were talking about real quick here. Let me just get back to it here. We're talking a little bit about what was it called? PsychoTron Fly Fox Pro was doing the coloring, or excuse me, the lettering for this. I'm trying to figure out who was doing the art. I want to give them credit here. I don't. I'm sorry, people. I don't have the artist right up front here. But yeah, check out PsychoTron. You can sign up for their email list there. So whenever they do, it doesn't give a day whenever they're going to go live with this campaign. So yeah, go ahead and sign up there. Sometimes they'll do. I didn't see anything here, but sometimes they'll do like little extras or something like that. Maybe like a card or a bookmark if you sign up early. So maybe they might do something like that. But definitely check that out. PsychoTron on the Indiegogos there. And also, let's not forget our good friend out there. The one, the only, if he can find it here for crying out loud. Trying to talk about. We will do it here. Where is it? I forgot about. Did I close it? I must have closed. No, here we go. One of these days, people, we will do a professional show. Yes, indeed. Not today at all. But we actually had get rid of that. There we go. Nice thing there. But a black and white too from the great RT Bear out there. So that looks like it's coming, hopefully to a close here pretty quickly here. They got their stickers and what he was showing something the last time. I'm trying to remember. Was it the patches? Might have been the patches or something like that he had the last time there. So I tell you what, always in a RT Bear campaign are you going to get the swag that really top notch. I really can't think of another campaign that does all the swag out there that's really worthwhile. I tell you what, you can kind of go between your cards, your bookmarks. In this one, they got a couple different patches, the stickers, all sorts of stuff. Let's see, he did in the Chrono Mechanics campaign. It was a guitar pick. That was pretty cool. Bear doesn't play the guitar, but very cool. I think that was pretty cool. I know a lot of people enjoyed that. So there you go. There is black and white. Hopefully coming out here pretty shortly here. And of course, we're also talking about some crazy news out there with the falling into a tank of chocolate. So that's pretty. No, not that one. For crying out loud, where did it go? I tell you what, people. There we are. Two people stuck in a tank of chocolate. What a way to go out! I probably wouldn't do anything for your figure there, but you probably have to get the extra large coffin. But I tell you what, if you had to go out, you go out with a vat of chocolate. Yes, indeed. Actually, they're fine. They were rescued by the I'm sure very hungry emergency response team there. They says, okay, maybe this is our chance, people, to get all that chocolate out there. Yes, indeed. So very cool indeed. Well, once again, Bear has stunned everybody with his brilliance out there. But that's okay. That's all right. We want to thank everybody that stopped by. All of our lurkers out there, including our Russian bots, even the Ukrainian bots from time to time. We do appreciate you as well. Well, I tell you what, people, with all that, Beer is going to go and enjoy his Saturday fun day. Yes, indeed. So I hope you enjoyed it. We usually try and do this every Wednesday and Saturday. We've been trying to do it in the evenings, but they keep putting the hockey game on. So Beer's going to enjoy that this evening. Hopefully the Bolts pull it out here, but we'll see. Not going to jinx it or anything. All right, people. Well, once again, Beer thanks everybody. But you know what? All this talk of being trapped in a vat of chocolate, it's made Beer hungry. So he's gonna head back into the woods. So until next time, people. Grrrr.